The Niger Coup further extrade. It is no longer news that the military is down in power in Niger Republic, following the coup d'etat that ousted the SY president Mohamed Bazoum on 26 July 2023. This brings to focus the takeover of government by the military in the Sahel region, specifically in Guinea, Mali, Burkina Faso, Chad, and Niger. The question that arises is, why has the Niger coup become so controversial? Is it because there is one coup too many in the region? My YouTube friends, let us look at it critically. 1. On the 9th of July 2023, the eve of the coup in Niger, ECOWAS heads of states passed a resolution against coup d'etats in the region. ECOWAS therefore saw the ouster of President Bazoum as an affront. Hence, on 30th July 2023, the ECOWAS heads of state decided to establish a standby military force to restore democracy in Niger if the coupists refuse to reinstate Bazoum. 2. France and America have agreements with Niger, and they have military bases where their soldiers are stationed. The coupists suspended all cooperation and military agreements with France and America. 3. France has had a strong grip on Niger since 1922, when Niger was colonized by it. Despite granting Niger Republic independence in 1960, France has refused to relinquish its stranglehold on Niger Republic. For instance, France has continued to exploit the resources of Niger. One of the major resources of Niger Republic is uranium, and Niger, the fifth largest world producer, accounts for 70% of France's supply of uranium, which is exploited at a very reduced cost to the detriment of Niger. It is alleged that France requires Niger uranium to power its nuclear plant and also to provide electricity to light 1 out of every 3 bulbs in France. The EU and most of the Western European countries require cheap natural gas from Russia, and the Nord Stream pipeline, which runs from the Baltic Sea from Russia to Germany, is utilized. However, due to the Russia-Ukraine war, there is a determination to find an alternative supply route. The recent blow-up of the Nord Stream pipeline created the opportunity for the rebirth of the proposed $13 billion, 5,600 kilometer trans-Saharan gas pipeline project that will run from Nigeria via Niger, Algeria, and Morocco to Europe. The coup was therefore seen as a threat to this arrangement. France has refused to relinquish its hold on 14 African countries because it prioritizes its interest against the interest of the African nations, even after a lot of pressure. For instance, A. The 14 African nations are to deposit 50 to 80% of their foreign reserves into France's central bank under the control of the French Ministry of Finance. This practice puts about $500 billion in its treasury yearly. B. Colonial debt computed by France for the infrastructural development during colonization, which must be paid for the benefits of slavery and colonization. Even though this has generated a lot of controversies, France has remained adamant. C. The use of CFA as the only currency for transactions among its former colonies, and the use of French as the language of education. In March 2008, Jacques Chirac, the former French president, said, "Without Africa, France will slide down into the rank of a third world power." Similarly, François Mitterrand, also a former president of France, also earlier prophesied in 1957 that without Africa, France will have no history in the 21st century. Hence, African leaders who refuse to comply are either killed or become victims of coup. Obedience by the African rulers is supported and rewarded by France with a lavish lifestyle, while their people endure extreme poverty and desperation. All these are in addition to other clauses in the Colonial Continuation Pact since 1950. One can then see the desperation of France in this whole arrangement to ensure that the coupists do not have their way. What of the renewed influence of Russia in the Sahel region, where the Wagner Group operates? Russia has in recent times continued to wax strong in the region, promoting its relations with African leaders and offering free grain as well as discounted funding for nuclear power. This is in addition to other entities which Russia is championing in the region. What then are the matters arising? 1. The ECOWAS heads of state in their meeting of 30th July and 10th August insisted on a military intervention in Niger, even though the African Union and many other African countries are opposed to it. The African Union rather suggested a diplomatic resolution to the Niger crisis. In a dramatic change of stance, the ECOWAS have dropped the decision to immediately invade Niger militarily, saying that they actually believe in peaceful resolution. But as the days go by, we will see what the position will be. 2. Both the ECOWAS and African Union have imposed sanctions on Niger Republic. This is in addition to sanctions from the World Bank, the EU, and others. 3. The Nigerian coupists declared a 3-year transition to power, but this was rejected by ECOWAS. They also declared that Bazoum will be charged and tried for high treason. They even threatened that if the ECOWAS standby military force attacks Niger Republic, President Bazoum will be eliminated. 4. It is worthy to note that the coup was massively welcomed by the Nigerian citizens. And these citizens were seen waving Russian flags. This is a cause for concern because of the perceived influence of Russia in the region. The coupists have requested that the French, America, and Nigerian envoys should vacate Niamey. If you are new to our channel, kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. We'll also be happy if you can make your comments and give us a thumbs up. With these developments, what is the way forward? 1. Much as the forceful change of government by way of coup and counter-coup should not be encouraged, the Nigerians should be allowed to choose their leaders. 2. ECOWAS should withdraw the threat of military invasion and emphasize dialogue in resolving the crisis. A military option will create a big conflagration in the Sahel region. For instance, Mali and Burkina Faso have declared that their military will join the Nigerians to ward off any attack by ECOWAS. 3. France has not only refused to dialogue with General Siani, as at the time of this report, its ambassador is yet to vacate Niamey. We are of the view that for peace to reign, France should reconsider its stance as business is no longer as usual. General Siani is in charge for now. Once more, my YouTube friends, if you enjoy this video, kindly share it, subscribe, and let us have your comments. Thank you.